I had a dream that someday I would build the finest organization in professional sports. There's a commitment to excellence to take a professional football team and give it a distinct characteristic that's different from all others. Just win. Play hard. Try not to make mistakes. But don't worry about mistakes because there's only one thing that counts. Just win. The flame that would burn brightest here is the will to win. Is the will to win. Is the will to win.
Here we are, Raider Nation. I got Ira Matthews, Super Bowl champ and Raider alumni. How are you doing, Ira?
I'm doing great, considering the times and what the country and the world is going through right now. I have no complaints. Jesus got us all in his hand. So let's hope everybody's staying safe, doing what they're telling us, so we can get ready for some football.
Yes, sir, and amen to that, man. And so thank you for coming on the Raider Homer channel. It's an honor to have a member of the 1980 Super Bowl championship team on the Raider Homer channel.
And it's a pleasure being on and honor. And I want to just thank all the Raider Nation fans across the world for all the support they've been giving us for 60-plus years.
And counting, right? And counting, Raider Nation, and counting. All right, now you played for the Raiders right in the middle of their Super Bowl years on the 1980 team, which is the year I was born. See, Raider Nation, it was destiny for me to join the dark side. All right, happy 4th, May 4th. So appreciate, y'all listening. All right, but since the draft was just a couple of weeks ago, share with the Raider Nation what it was like being drafted by the Raiders and realizing your dreams of playing in the NFL.
See, one thing about that, I hate to hear guys say that their lifelong dream. It's an honor to get drafted. I played for the fun of the game, grade school, middle school, high school, college. I was going to college anyway. My two sisters went to college, but the best thing it did, get an opportunity to get a scholarship, was my parents didn't have to pay for me. But it was a great privilege to understand all I did in college. I got a look, and the Raiders saw something in me that they liked, and Al told me he thought I could win 2 or 3 games a year for him, being a return man that I was in college. It was a great feeling, and our stuff was on the radio. Wasn't no TV, wasn't all that big hoopla and all that. And ESP radio wasn't like it is now. Shoot, you had to have cable up in your house to even get the radio that station on. And cable was just coming out when I was in college. But, it's something you cherish. And me being the second draft pick of the Raiders in 1979, and the second pick ever for Coach Tom Floyd, which I affectionately call him TF. It was right down my alley.
Yeah, that's cool, man. So Al told you that you could win him a couple of games, huh?
Oh, yeah, it was all good.
That's awesome, man. I love to share the memory of Al Davis on this channel. He is, my favorite, Raider of all time. My favorite Raider player is Bo, but Al, what a fascinating story. What a great, member of, just the human race, with all the things that he did.
Oh, yeah. Al was a great innovator of the game. Only person that was assistant coach, played the game with assistant coach, head coach. He was scout. He was a general manager. He was commissioner of the AFL. But he always knew about the game. 3 phases to the game: offense, defense, and special teams. And me being picked as a return guy meant the world to me. But we had the great Ray Guy, great kickers, George Blanda and all that. We made impacts on the game. Yeah. And that was his foresight.
Yeah, that's cool. Hey, and Todd Christensen, wasn't he your team captain in 1980? on special teams?
Ty came in. Yeah, he came in. He was special team captain, and me and Ty was all over the field on every special team. Backup running back, backup receivers. He was the backup running back, backup tight end. But I mean, only 45 people. So you talking about 2 deep and a kicker. So the more you can do, the better your chances of staying there.
Yeah.
But Ty was a great guy, and rest in peace, TC, Top Cat, Todd Chris.
Yeah. He should be in the Hall of Fame, right?
Raymond Chester's a whole bunch of Raiders should be in.
Yeah.
We can talk about that another time. Even Coach Floyd, especially. I assume we should give some kind of recognition, or at least a nod, at least up for it. But we'll see. They sort of don't like to have us on the ballot these days for some reason or other.
Man, I mean, it's a shame. It's a shame because there are definitely a lot of worthy players for the Raiders that should be there.
Oh, yeah.
All right, so 1 year after you were drafted, you became a part of one of the greatest Raider teams of all time, winning the franchise's second Super Bowl. And what was it like feeling, what was the feeling like in training camp at the beginning of the 1980 season?
Well, we came in my rookie year. We was 9-7. We missed playoff by a game, maybe 2, which we sort of felt like we should have been able. The tough game got away from us last minute, but what we found out early going into camp, we had a lot of different faces showing up in camp, and one of the main ones was Dan Pastorini replacing Ken Stabler, Snake. But as we got in camp, people said we partied a lot, did all that, but we worked hard too. And the whole thing was about competition. And we had so much competition. We knew it was going to be some changes. We might have had maybe 10, 15 new faces on that 80 team. But you can't keep everybody. But everybody working to stay made us a better team.
Yeah. Yeah, man. So the 1980 season, it got off to a rocky start with the Raiders going 2-3 in the first 5 games and losing the starting quarterback Dan Pastorini. But Jim Plunkett stepped in as the next man up, and the 1980 Raiders went on to win 6 games. That was capped off by you returning 3 kickoffs for a total of 67 yards on Monday night. Not only that, but 2 weeks later, you returned 5 punts for 85 yards, again on Monday Night Football, helping the Raiders win a close one versus the Broncos. So what did it feel like to help the team win on such a big stage like Monday Night Football?
Well, one thing, we felt we owned Monday Night Football, man. You look back, my 3 years in Oakland, man, we was 9-0 on Monday Night Football. I think before I got there, they were about 6-7-0. So, and we had a long winning streak on Monday night. That's lights, camera, action. Only game on in town in the world, football game. And hey, it's time to go to work. You made your bones on Monday night. When I was a rookie, first ever Monday night edition against San Diego, I said the Raiders still standing, kickoff return record, 104 yards. And it was Monday Night Football, electricity, man. It was hey, lights, camera, action. Let's go do it.
Man, you were killing it on Monday Night Football then, huh?
hey, everybody was killing it. If you was in the silver and black, everybody watching. You got your kid folks, your girlfriends, your haters. You got everybody watching. Yeah. Other teams. Yeah, but hey, Monday night was our night.
Yeah, the Kings of Monday Night, as we used to be known as.
You're right.
Yeah, man. I remember one of my first memories of Monday Night Football was Bo Jackson versus Barry Sanders. I don't know if you remember that game, but man, talk about lights, camera, action, you know?
That was Monday night game. Bo got there, he understood, he knew what it was about. And we don't lose on Monday night. And a lot of great players had a lot of great games on Monday night in the silver and black. But it was just like I said, it was our day. It was our night. And we thrived on that. And I guess we wish we could play more than 3 games a year on Monday night.
Right. All right, so the Raiders won 5 straight games going into the Super Bowl, but it wasn't easy in the divisional round of the playoffs. The Raiders escaped Cleveland with the 14-12 win because on the 2nd and 9 with 49 seconds left in the game, needing just a field goal to take the lead, Mike Davis picked off the Browns QB to win the game. What was going through your head during that drive?
Oh, man. Well, long story short, we had blocked extra point, couple field goals, and we were surprised that they didn't try another field goal. But when they came out the huddle and went for it, I know that I heard a great moan in the crowd, and Mad Dog Mike Davis intercepted the ball. I think that's the only interception he had in his life. But I love him. I love him, boy, and he always he's one of my boys' favorite teammates. And we couldn't have got there without Mike getting that pass, intercepting that pass. But that's how we were. I only need one person to make one big play. That's how Al visualized everybody. If you get one play from about 5, 6 guys, shoot, we can win.
Yeah, man. And that team, I mean, there were a lot of great players on that team, right? I think that was Matt Millen's rookie season, right? Of course, Art and Gene played. Dan Dalby, though, just replaced Otto. Let's see. Pastorini was. I've heard some stories about him, but Plunkett came in. And then on defense, Kinlaw, right? Who else? Oh, yeah. Matuzak, Hendricks, Lester.
Rod Martin.
Yeah, Martin was still there. Yeah, he got. We'll talk about him in a minute. Yeah.
Yeah, I played with a lot of should be Hall of Famers and a lot of Hall of Famers. I mean, it's just one of them things. The moment was never too big for us, and we battled. We always say we lost. Oh, we just ran out of time.
Yeah, right. Yeah, if we'd have kept playing, we'd have came back.
Oh yeah, well we always to come back. Yeah, sort of like Kansas City is now.
Oh man, don't bring that team up, please.
Yeah, well, I got like I said, you gotta respect greatness, baby. They on top of it. Yep.
All right, so January 25th, 1981, Super Sunday in New Orleans, right? The Raiders take the field to become 2-time Super Bowl champions. Take us back to that morning. How did you prepare for the Super Bowl on that Sunday?
Yeah, man. We played with a lot of veteran guys. In my second year, we had Matt and I think Mark Wilson their first year, but they had been there before, and as we won a AFC Championship game, we did business as usual. We had 2 weeks to prepare, so we did most of the first week. We did most of all our hard practicing and all that back in Oakland, and when we got to New Orleans, hey, it was just like we were at home. Mr. Davis had buses and billboards running around the city of New Orleans, and we never wavered from our routine that we were doing in Oakland. I think we had no curfew till Friday night, but you had to be every morning. You had to be here present at breakfast from 7 to 9, or you gonna get fined $1,000. So that kept us sort of in check, but we treated it like any other game. But people forget we had already lost to Philly. And long story short, they beat us 10-7. If you was at the game, you knew I ran a punt back 80 yards, and they called it back at the middle of the fourth quarter. So technically, we felt like if they count my punt, we beat them 14-10 in their house. Cold weather, bad weather. So we wasn't too much worried about, neutral site and all that. And we knew. I think Plunkett got sacked maybe 6-7 times in that Philly game. And we had all that corrected. So we treated it like a regular game. I mean, it's a big hype around it, especially right now. And but it's still football, 11-on-11. It's just is called a Super Bowl. But you got to treat it like any other game. And I think most teams that win, that's the way they approach it too. But it helped out that we had a lot of veterans, and Mr. Davis did give us a lot of leeway to continue to do like we would do if we was in Oakland getting ready for a game.
So what's the atmosphere like on the bus on the way to the stadium and in the locker room before the game?
Well, let me tell you something. You had guys, I think we had about 3 or 4 buses leaving at different times. And you had guys, some guys like older guys, upshot Shell, like to get there early. They might be in the locker room 5, 6 hours early. But I probably think I was on the last bus. It's a bunch of us who was on the last bus. I mean, you go in, it depends on how you feel. Everybody don't need to be meditating and all that, but we knew how big the game was, and we took it in stride, and we was ready.
Absolutely.
We was ready. That's all I know. Yeah.
Yeah, y'all destroyed them, man. Rod Martin went off. Yeah.
Yeah, and then, he got a record I don't never think going to be broken. And 3 interceptions, but people forget. You look at the film, Rod had 2 fumble recoveries. So I can't knock who they gave the MVP to. A lot of us think it should have been Cole, but everything worked out in our favors. And I mean, you got to treat it like a regular game, and that's how they taught us Upshaw, Hendrick, and the rest of the older guys. And so we felt like we can go in there and do what we did.
So what's going through your mind when you step on the field?
Well, most of us, went to big time universities now. I played in the Big Ten. There's 100,000 people every weekend. So the Super Bowl probably was 70. But I mean, you didn't play long enough. But you can't let the game make it outweigh what you're supposed to be doing mentally, because all sports is mental. Everybody got the physical attributes to be there, and you just got to go out there and do your assignment, do your job, and let the chips fall where they fall. Because you can't make the game bigger than what it is. It's still 11 on 11.
Man, that's a hardcore mindset, dude. I think I remember being in the batter's box, man. I had some butterflies, man. I mean, God, stepping on the field for the Super Bowl. Wow, man, you had a level head, dude. You that's why you were a professional.
Well, yeah, I guess you probably more nervous when you're a rookie. You're going out for your first preseason game, and you got to understand then too. You wouldn't be there if you weren't supposed to be there.
Yeah.
And it's not something you hadn't done. It's not something you just done for the first time. You've been walking on fields for a long time, so you got to put that in hindsight and hey, just do your job and play hard, and everything should go hopefully the way you want it.
And it did. It surely did. And you got to return 2 kickoffs for 29 yards, and you even returned a punt in the Super Bowl. And I know you don't like to hear that it's every kid's dream, but that's a lot of kids' dreams that love football. Can you take me through your longest run or your longest return of 21 yards in the Super Bowl? Like, how did you see the field? How did it develop?
Hey, man, I'm trying to. You had to watch the game. I was only supposed to run punt because I hurt my knee in the first round of the playoffs. In Cleveland, I think I ran 1 punt and didn't do nothing else. But San Diego, I came back and contribute. But Keith Moody ended up right before halftime going up the middle and breaking his arm on kickoff return. So I ended up having to go back too deep on kickoff. So the main thing I was talking about is don't get hurt. You get up there, get what you can, get down, and it all worked out. I mean, you really don't know what you're doing. You just get the ball, see what you see, get up in there, do what you can do. And hopefully if it pop open, which it didn't, but, you got to protect the ball. And you don't want to create no turnover right there in those situations. especially in this game because it's not next week.
Yeah,
not a game next week for you.
It's do or die, right?
Yep.
All right, so the Raiders dominate this game with Rod Martin winning Super Bowl MVP. Plunkett throws 3 touchdowns, 2 to Cliff Branch and 1 to Texas native Kenny King. You know,
Yeah.
Al delivered his second Super Bowl speech. You know, so did you stop and take it all in, or did it take a few days for it to hit you that you were a Super Bowl champion?
Man, we had a party after that, and everybody on the plane going back. I drove to Houston, Texas with my fiance, and I missed the team parade because I was in Texas, in Houston, and that's something I sort of regret, but she wanted to go home and see her parents and stuff. That was fine, but you sort of cherish it a lot more now. But once you play the game, it goes by so fast, and a lot of guys you won't see again till that spring, and a lot of guys you will. But I think we did have a party somewhere, maybe in Miami. I think Ted Hendricks threw a big party for us too afterwards. 2-3 months after that. But you won. Everybody calling their parents and all that, sisters and stuff, and brothers, and it's a great feeling. And we really cherish it a lot more now because one thing they can't do, that money come and go.
Yeah.
But that ring, they can't take that ring from you.
Yeah, you're a champion for life, right? I mean, that's forever. You're forever a part of that championship team.
Yeah, you were one of the biggest frats in the world. Too many Super Bowl people, because a lot around say they got a Super Bowl championship ring.
Yeah, and I got to see that ring in person about 4 years ago when the Raiders made the playoffs and you were in Houston signing autographs for the SCRN party. Yeah, man. So I appreciate you showing up and doing things like that for the Raider Nation, man. Staying a part of the Raider Nation, the Raider organization, which is the Raider Nation is a part of. So, man, thank you for doing all those things like that, dude. And I hope to see you in the future.
Oh, yeah, me too. And everybody stay safe. And I want to say to you personally, Douglas Raider Homer, appreciate you calling me up, having me on. And I want to thank all the fans that support us, former players and even some active players when we're out and about doing our autograph signings. Just want to let everybody know everybody has a charitable organization we donate money to. Mine is Autism Society. This society of mine, because my grandson is 10 years old, has been diagnosed with autism after the age of 2. So anytime you see the guys out there, we appreciate you coming up. You contribute whatever you want to contribute. Well, we love y'all, and let's get ready for Las Vegas, and hope everybody stays safe and do what they're telling us. And Jesus has his world in his hand.
Amen. Yeah, hey, and thanks for, taking the time to come on the channel, man. And I'll look forward to hearing from you again in the future. We could, I know that Polo, he would like to get Mario, I think, is a guy that you were drafted with in 1979.
Yeah, Mario.
Yeah, Polo would love to get, Polo says to get you two on the line would be entertaining. So hopefully we can get both of y'all on a call.
Yeah, that's my brother by another mother. We got the same birthday, August 23rd. I'm born in 57. He older than me. He must have got put back a year, 56. I said it. Yeah, my dog. But we all got teammates and main thing that got us through all that, and most of the Raider teams, we have good camaraderie, man. You see us at all the different events, home games, and we have a lot of reunions that we do. And can't get this ring without being your brother's keepers.
Hey, that's right. Band of brothers, right? Gotta stick together and fight together. Side by side.
There's only one race. It's called the human race. And,
amen.
All Raiders are silver and black. We don't know no color.
That's right. Hey, cool. So, just tell the Raider Nation how to find you on social media to make sure that they can help with your autism, charity.
Oh yeah. I always have it posted when I'm doing any signing and stuff like that. Like I said, I know Dr. Hayes does St. Jude. Cliff Branch used to do Miracle Network, rest in peace, Cliff. But everybody has a charitable foundation that they donate money to. So like I say, I just wanted to bring that up, and don't think we just all pocketing that money, but we appreciate y'all always, and I hope y'all continue to give us good support. When we move into Las Vegas, and hey, we might have first home team playing in the Super Bowl.
I hope so. I hope so. Yep. Well, you know what? You got a little bit of time?
Yeah, I got time.
Okay, cool. Hey, how are you feeling about Mike Mayock? You saw Al Davis work, in person. He called you, told you that he thinks you can win games for him. How are you feeling about Mike Davis picking over the last couple of years compared to what Al did? Is there any, anything that's similar about him? Because to me, I think that Renfro, right, he reminds me of Biletnikoff, and Ruggs has that Cliff Branch type speed.
Yeah, you talking about Mark, the son, the owner?
Well, I mean, I think he's creating his own legacy, but I'm just saying, Mike Mayock, he's drafting the players now. Is it similar to the way Al would draft them? I mean, how do you feel like it's working out with Mike Mayock?
Well, I tell you one thing, who they draft first this year?
Yeah. Speed kills, right?
Baby.
Yeah.
Speed kills. And the only difference with Ruggs, he's a bona fide player. He just ain't the fastest person at the combine. He's a real receiver. Played at the University of Alabama, played 3 years starting. I mean, Mike, I give credit, he's doing a lot of good things, and I finally got a chance to really meet him last year. Him and Mark and John seem to be working together hand in hand, but I know Mark is sort of hands off, not too much like his father, but his father can't nobody be like his dad. Dad wore all hats in professional football, and that's a hard thing. Nobody else in the league has ever coached, scouted, GM, was the commissioner of the AFL owner. So I think Mike is doing a great job, and you can't play for guys you draft. All you got to do is hope that they come in and want to compete and want to keep the Raiders tradition going on. I think the first draft guy turned out to be a good gym. Guys look good, and it looks like he got a good building block set in place, and hopefully this add on to this draft class, and you got guys that come in and compete and understand what it is to wear the silver and black, and get us back to the top. Well, I think Mike's doing a great job,
Hey, so I think it was a couple years back, Dwayne Harris, right? He was returning a punt, right? Versus the Broncos. He picks up the ball at the 1 yard line, and in my mind, I'm thinking, no. But then the guy, he picks it up, he runs it out for a touchdown. What was going through your mind when he did that?
No, you see, you misunderstand. As long as if the defense touches the ball first, you can pick it up. With as long as the whistle ain't blow, he picked it up. If he and fumble, do whatever he wants. The ball is really technically dead with the defense touch the ball. So that's a smart play by him. That's what I'm talking about. Mentally, you got some mental game. Most guys would, better not do that. But he saw the guy touch it, and he scooped it, and most of the defensive players covering the punt. They ain't know the rules. That's why it was able to score. They thought, it's dead down there, but the law, the official don't blow the whistle. You can pick it up and keep running.
Yeah.
And you fumble it, whatever happens, it don't matter.
I was so scared, but yeah, because I didn't see the defender touch it, but that was a lesson learned. I learned that rule that day.
I told you the game in the middle.
Yeah. Hey, so let's go back to, you're a returner, right? So let's go back to Johnny Lee Higgins, man. How did you feel about that guy? I mean, I think he returned, he was the only guy to return punts for a touchdown before Harris did that in Denver, I think.
Well, I don't. If the rules change and all that, and can't do with a lot of stuff we was doing. We cut low and all that, but if you back there running punts, to me, you's a bad guy. Cause
Well, do you remember?
you stand up there looking at in the air for 5 or 6 seconds, especially that long. You need to catch that. But if you take a special type of person, I'm not trying to toot my horn or nothing, but I've done that from day one. I remember playing football. I don't even know who got me started running punts and kickoff back when I was in grade school. But it sort of came natural to me. Went to University of Wisconsin, led the nation kickoff returns, sophomore punt returns, and senior. But I started as a freshman playing flanker in the Big Ten 3-yard child Augusta League, but I was a running back all my life. But it's just something. The intuition, I don't know how you get involved in that, but if anybody's listening, if they got kids and stuff, and they think they might be too little, they run some kickoffs and punts, and hey, you might create a spot for you, but the league trying to get away from kickoff returns and stuff now. But one good thing about it.
What'd you think about the XFL's kickoff return when they were lined up like they were and they couldn't engage until the returner had the ball?
Yeah, I like that rule. I think they might need to initiate that in the NFL. It will cut down on them 40-yard collisions. Everybody going 50 miles an hour at each other, but it still leaves a spot for guys like me to make a mark on the game.
Yeah.
Because there are some guys who did some good returns on that, and punt return, you got a little more protection. But I think that's a good rule. It still keeps the game exciting. I know. When I was in college, I was in Oakland. The opening kickoff, I put people in the seats because I might take it 100, 105, 104.
There you go, right?
Yeah.
You set that bar high, man. Yeah, so
Yeah,
let's go
man.
back to that play. The 104-yard return, man. Raider record, man. Take us back to that play.
What you said here?
Take us back to the 100-yard return that you had.
Oh, man, it's Monday night through first ever Thursday night football. I mean, hey, that's what I do. It's still a nighttime game. It wasn't the first time I went there, did nothing like that. That was the first time in the NFL. But I had returns like that in high school, college, and that's what I was brought there to do. So, it's a great feeling. And what's even greater is still Raider record. Yeah, most likely it won't get broke because nobody's supposed to be running them out that deep no more.
Yeah, especially if they change the rules and all that, right?
Oh, yeah, well, they still ain't going to be running out that deep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome, though, that you have that record, man. That's really cool, man. What a way to hang your hat right there, I got the Raider record for, kickoff return.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. And at the time, I didn't know all that, but it's all good. And it's still on the book. My record was, Thursday night, Monday night record for 20 years. Got broken in 1999.
Man. Yeah, you've
Monday
seen
night
a lot
football.
of football, man. A lot of football. How are you feeling about Gruden right now with this roster? Do you think he can get us back to that 2000, 2001 level of play?
Oh, yeah. People make, when he got there, first year he got there, he got rid of Khalil and Cooper and all that. But, when you come in, you know what your team looks like. They need depth. They need players, and they need competition. So his main thing is you compete. That's the only way you're going to get better, man. You can't just hand nobody no job. You got to put pressure on people to go out every day, practice hard, and be really sharp. Because easy to get out of the league in football is miss audible. You can't have that. That's mental, right?
Yeah.
Somebody gonna beat you up. You got two men going at each other. Sometimes somebody gonna win. Sometimes the other person gonna win. So but you get enough people winning on one play, you got good play.
Yeah.
Game easy, man. Game easy. Still playing X and O, 11 on 11, and all these trickery and all. I think the media, it's a television. It's showtime. A lot of passing. Man, you couldn't throw no 40 passes, 50 passes when we were playing. You need get quarterback. You be getting quarterbacks out the stand to come in and play. People put on a uniform, man. I heard you used to play quarterback. You get hurt up. Shoot. But it is what it is, man. It's all show business, all sports right now, man. I don't take nothing away from them. Everybody had their own opinions of stuff and stuff. I know the younger guys want to say we couldn't play when they playing now. We laugh. Yeah, right. We ain't had no weights, lifting weights and all that. 300 pounds. Our share was 300 naturally.
Yeah, I'm not gonna buy that today's players can even compete back then, because they don't even do two-a-days anymore, man. I remember going to the Raiders camp in early 90s here in Austin, dude, and I mean, they were doing two-a-days. They were hitting, two-a-days in the heat in Texas, man. Today's players, I don't know.
Yep, first day of 2 days, it's 2-a-days for 6 days, 1 day off, and then another 6 days or 2-a-days. And what it did, it separated the men from the boys.
Yeah.
It'd be a lot of days you say, oh man, I don't think I want to go back out here today. And you got people that used to leave, but it was 2 days, man, 2-a-days. First day you get there at camp, we had a big party and everybody talking. Had your coaches with the rah-rah speech, but the main purpose you were there was to do what? Be NFL champ.
Just win, baby.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, real quick, Captain Jack wants me to send you his best regards, man. I mean, Captain Jack's a big, supporter of the channel too, so he's saying what's up to you.
Yeah, you tell Cap I said hello, man. I see you. Well, hopefully everything will be all right, man, and we'll have some football going on, and everybody be safe. And I know they'll work it out the way they can, but it's all about everybody being healthy, staying safe, But just not no joke out here.
And Polo Rodriguez, he says, great interview, Ira. Hey, cool, all right. Hey, and shout out to Polo. Thanks for setting this up, Polo. Thanks for being a strong supporter of the Raider Homer channel, man. I really appreciate it. Tomorrow I'm getting to work on those videos, man. Just let me know what you need me to do.
Okay, man. I appreciate you, man. And always a pleasure, man. And I hope to see you soon. And you ever get down to Houston area, I know you ain't too far.
Oh, no, sir. I'll be there next time they come. Hopefully you make it to Dallas, too.
Oh, yeah. I was up in Dallas. I was with Albuquerque watching one of my godsons run when the Big Sky indoor 60-meter track meet last part of February. And I stopped in Dallas and got a bunch of University of Wisconsin alumni that live up there. I had to spend a day. Me and 3 of my Wisconsin Badger teammates. We had a good time, man. And really, I got this. Next time I get that way, when all this breaks, man, I'll give you a call. You get this way anytime, man. I'll let me.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. I will, man. Thank you so much.
No problem.
All right, you have a good night.
All right, you do the same. And thank you again.
All right, thank you.
Let's go Raiders. Let's go Raiders.
Go Raiders.
Yep.
All right, cool. Appreciate it.
All right, peace out.
Peace.